closing in on game time at Miller Park. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. MLB The Show welcomes you to America's Dairyland, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Miller Park, the site for this evening's edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, we'll get your weekend started with Game 2 of this 4-game series, as it'll be the Florida Marlins taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. And hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian here with you as we get set for what promises to be an entertaining ball game. Dave Campbell and Rex Hudler are by my side. And Dave, we turn to you. What's the one thing we can watch for in this one?
Well, one guy you have to enjoy watching play the game is Dan Uggla. He's one of those guys that actually reminds me a little bit of Hud. He's scrappy, gives you his all on the field, and can steal a base if need be, and he can hit. His hair's not quite as nice as Rex's, but you get the idea.
All right, Dave, thanks. Rex will be along in a moment, but first let's check out the starting lineup for the visiting Marlins. It's brought to us by State Farm. At home or away, State Farm is there. They'll square off against the Wolfman, veteran left-hander Randy Wolf. And there you see a look at the defensive alignment behind him for the Brewers. And Johnny Damon is on his way to the box as we're just about ready for baseball. Underway in America's Dairyland as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball one.
Not a bad spot to miss. He might even go chase it out there.
Let's go, Brewers!
First pitch, 7-11.
Swinging a high pop-up back behind the mound. Fielder is there for it as Damon is gone to lead off the ball game. A look now at the scouting report as we give you a gander at what you can expect out of this 33-year-old left-hander. Leadoff man retired. Here's the left fielder, Chris Coughlin. First pitch to him. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. And he swings under the fastball here as this is popped high in the air back behind short. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
And State Farm's going to give us a look at this swing in show motion. And that's a few inches above the thumbs. That's one he'll be feeling all night long.
Hanley Ramirez will stand in. And a swing as this is hit the other way out toward right field. Inglett is there and he'll put it away to retire the side. So a rather pedestrian start to the top half of the first. And now the Brewers will get their first cuts. No score. Starting lineup for Ken Maka and the Brew Crew looks like this. And this lineup will face the young man you see there, the right-hander out of Long Beach State, Jared Weaver. And in the field, the Marlins will align themselves like this. Alcides Escobar will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swinging a soft liner to the right side, but no problem at first, and that's the first out. So with one away, we'll give you a look at the dimensions here at Miller Park. 332 down the line in left, 390 out to the alley in left center, and even 400 to straightaway center field, 381 to right center, and 325 down the line in right. So one away now, and that'll bring in Casey McGee. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball one.
And this guy wore the collar yesterday, an 0-for-4 game.
Let's go, Brewers! Come on!
2-0. Bases are empty, one man out. Here comes the 2-0. Boy, and Mac Harvey behind the plate is really making him work for a strike. It's 3-0.
And Mac Harvey can squeeze you sometimes. He's going to make you throw strikes.
And now here's a ball grounded foul over toward third. Now a fastball, and he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. And this is taken in for the second out. Look at our umpires for tonight's ball game. The crew chief, MacArthur Harvey, better known as Mac, behind the plate. Chuck Price over at first. Clyde Washington's at second. And Earl Hendricks will be handling duties at third base. And two away now for the big guy, Prince Fielder. Now here's the first pitch. Low for ball one.
And he comes in with 43 big flies on the year, so he's been a big power source.
2 out, nobody on. And clearly trying to keep the ball low here. That's ball two.
And he's had a pretty good look at those first two pitches. Be aware, 2-0.
Now a ball swung on and taken the opposite way out toward fairly deep left center. And the catch made there by Coughlin to retire the side. Brewers come up empty in the first. We've played an inning in Milwaukee. No score on the show. Dan Uggla leads things off now in the top half of the second.
Down the line, but this will kick foul.
No, that's a foul
Foul ball.
Out in front here as this is pulled down the third base line. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And now a pitch on the way. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
And here's where he likes to bust guys in with that slider. That could be coming next.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
And now's where I think you have to sit changeup and react fastball.
Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. And here's a swing and a miss by Ugla as he's set down on strikes for out number 1.
And you've got to be braver than a bullfighter to challenge this guy with a fastball, but he fires it right by him for the strikeout.
Cody Ross will get his first cuts here. Fouled straight back. Pitch on the way. Down and away, ball 1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Swing, hard hit ball to second. Throw on to fielder for out number 2. And so 2 are gone now for Jorge Cantu. And that misses, ball 1. Now the pitch. Now it's 2-0.
And you can tell they're thinking, do not let him extend his arms. Keep pitching him tight.
No score here as we play inning number 2. 2-0 is a fastball, not close. He's behind 3-0 now.
Easy to see they don't want him to get extended. They've gone in on 3 straight pitches.
Come on, Bird!
And that's in there, 3-1.
Might have been taken till he got a strike there. Not a bad idea.
And a fastball is hit on the ground towards short. Oh, and it eats him up. And with that, that'll push his hit streak to a modest 6 games. So a runner at first with 2 away. And digging in now is the catcher, Ronnie Paulino. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Hit hard towards second. And that's in there, base hit.
Just a good job there of knowing he's got a big hole on the right side of the infield. He shoots one right through that opening, and now there are 2 on with 2 away.
So it's first and second with 2 men gone, and digging in now the third baseman, Wes Helms. Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way, and that's in there, base hit. And the run is in to score to make this a 1-0 ball game.
Boy, and after the first 2 batters in the inning, it looked like this time around it was going to be a breeze. But this is 3 straight hits now after 2 were out, and the last one gets them a run.
Jared Weaver will get his first opportunity now. And now a soft liner here to the right side. Foul. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
And a good chance to really help himself out here early on.
Line hard. Foul. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And as my old colleague likes to say, deuce is wild, 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count.
Now a ball line softly here toward the right side, but foul. Now here's another pitch fouled off and heading for the seats, and he's just fighting to stay alive here, still 2-2. Here's the 2-2 offering. Here's a ball swung on and lofted in the air out toward right center. Inglet is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Marlins 1 and the Brewers nothing. Ryan Braun will start things off in the bottom of the second. First offering on the way. And a foul ball straight back. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1.
Not a bad spot to miss. You'd love to get him to reach for something.
And he misses 2-1.
And now on the mound, you lose the advantage of strike 1 by missing with 2 straight.
In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
But now you got to get inside a pitcher's head. What's he going to come with on 2-2?
The 2-2 coming. Fouled straight back. And a little tapper up the line, but this will wind up a foul ball.
That's out.
Hit on the ground towards first. And Cantu will just step on the bag himself for the out.
Just a little cue shot here to first, and that's a good way to start the inning. He'll take it.
Greg Zahn will take his cuts now. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
And he'll make you bring that fastball up a bit before he takes a whack at it.
Let's go. Wait for the pitch.
And that's right there, and we're even at 1.
Real good location with that fastball early on.
Let's go.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
And he's given him 3 straight fastballs, but it could very well be the curveball they call on here.
Get on base!
Fouled back. Now ball hit toward third, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner, 2-2.
The longer this at-bat goes, the more it swings into a hitter's favor.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Well, if he's got the confidence to throw it 2-2, let's see if he throws it 3-2.
Now the 3-2 pitch. On a ball hit hard down the line toward the coaching box, it's a foul ball. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball 4.
And, folks, that's what you call working the walk there. 9 pitches. That was a great at-bat.
So a runner at first with 1 man gone, and we'll see the odd stance of Craig Counsell as he digs in. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. And he misses with it, 1-1. And this is fouled straight back. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
And he looks just as good tonight as he did his last time out. He's getting ahead of guys early and making them swing at his pitch. And he looks like he's really in a good groove out there early on.
So it's a runner at first with two gone. And here comes the former Stanford star Jody Garrett. And that's in there for strike one.
And no threat to run over there at first, so with two away, you can focus all your energy squarely on this guy.
Now a swing and a hard hit ball back through the box. And that'll be a base hit, the first one of the game for the Brewers.
Good job there at keeping the inning alive. Now, one more two-out knock and get that run they gave up right back.
Joe Inglis will get his first shot at it here. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Pause, now the pitch. In on the hands that time, 1-1.
And this is the time you want to get a jump on this guy if you can. Get him while he's still getting settled.
And he takes ball two, and it's 2-1.
And with the pitcher on deck, you'd love to get this guy here and make the pitcher lead off the third.
Swing and a ball popped high in the air and heading for foul territory behind first. Cantu has got it, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and two men left on. We'll go now to the top of the third. The Marlins lead this one 1-0. Johnny Damon is ready to go here as we begin the third. Fastball probably could have gone either way, but ruled a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 now to Damon. And, looked good on the monitor, but it's 2-0.
Hard to make two better pitches than that. One that just missed, one that I'm not so sure.
Swing and a hot shot toward third. And it looks like he'll have extra bases here to begin the third. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Good opportunity now to add to this early lead as they've got the leadoff man on again here with a ringing double.
Chris Coughlin digs in at the plate. Now this is foul tipped at home plate, and that might have shot directly at our home plate umpire because he's moving a little gingerly back there.
And sometimes we forget about all that umpires go through down there too. That's gonna hurt for a while.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
And now the name of the game is put the ball in play. You cannot have a strikeout here.
And a little battle brewing here as he fights off the 2-strike pitch and chops it foul. And this one goes right past Zahn on its way to the backstop. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
And here's a spot where with 2 strikes, you're just trying to get a guy to fish for something. But instead, this gets away and moves the runner up 90 feet.
Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now.
And this is where you need to do some situational hitting. Just a ground ball up the middle here will get this run home.
And now here's a ball grounded foul over toward third. Swinging a ball line softly down the left field line. But this is a foul ball. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
Boy, and I'm exhausted just watching this at-bat unfold.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
Oh, and here's where that slider's so effective. You take just a little bit off so it looks like a fastball, but then it disappears at the end. Great pitch.
Hanley Ramirez will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Swinging a ball line softly down the line in right. Foul. 1 out and a runner on third. He's ready now. The pitch. Ball 1. Now a swing and an easy fly ball out toward right center. Inglet is there. Let's see if they test it. And a relay home. And he will beat the tag by Zahn as he's in there at the plate.
Sacrifice fly in the RBI that time, as you got to figure he got the job done there.
Dan Uggla will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. First pitch coming. Now a hard liner toward short. But this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the third out. So 1 run here, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Marlins lead it 2-0. Randy Wolf makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1.
And he's no pushover at the plate. He can swing the bat.
Two and 0.
And let's see if he makes him throw a strike here.
And now a called strike that time. As the zone expands a bit here, it's 2-1 now.
And he's probably saying, hey, I want that call too.
Here we go, Randy.
The 2-1. And a strike on the fastball. So from 2-0, it's 2-2 now.
Gotta turn him loose now.
And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
And I don't care how good a hitter this guy is, you cannot afford to work around a pitcher here.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
There's definitely a lot of scoreboard watching going on at this time of year, and these guys are no exception. But you really have to focus on the task at hand and not get swept up in what other teams do. You just have to take care of your own business.
Alcides Escobar will stand in. A line-out victim his first time. Swing and a miss as he's underneath that one for the first strike.
Woo! Straight challenge right there.
Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2.
And after challenging him up with the last fastball, that's a perfect spot for the follow-up, right at the knees.
Now a swing and a little soft liner to the left side, but foul. Foul ball here as this finds the seats and the count will remain at 0-2. Ready with another 0-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
And sometimes you just got to go looking for a soft spot in a guy's zone, and they found one. That's a good pitch there.
Casey McGee will dig in. He popped out his first time. And there's a fastball to begin the at-bat as Weaver gets ahead. And that misses 1-1. And that misses 2-1.
Yeah, you're always looking to keep guys honest with fastballs on the inside part of the plate.
And it misses 3-1 now.
The last thing you want to do is put this guy on when you know who's on deck.
Sliced down the line at first. Oh, look at Cantu. He'll get it to the pitcher, covering a terrific play as the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They trail it here 2-0.
Leading off for the Marlins,
Cody Ross will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And a fastball, very easy to lay off that one. It's ball 1. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees. And again, he'll lay off the pitch below the knees, ball 3.
Yeah, step off. Take a deep breath here. You don't want to walk the leadoff guy on 4 pitches.
Swing at a high pop, drifting into foul territory. Fielder is right there, and he's got it for out number 1. So we saw the fastball there as he got the pop out, and that'll segue right into our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And both guys topping out so far in the low 90s, 93 for one guy, 91 for the other. The leadoff man retired now for Jorge Cantu. First pitch on the way. And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0.
And if you're wondering, that's 52 pitches now through 3 1/3.
And Cantu won't offer it that one either. It's 2-0.
Got to look to try and slap that thing the other way.
Ball 3, 3-0.
But now on 3-0, we'll see if Freddie lets him swing away here.
Toss one in there. Let's go.
And this is going to be just foul down the line as that had double written all over it. Now a swing and a ball grounded foul off to the right side.
Come on, don't walk it.
And this pitch is lined into center field, and he's going to reach with his second hit of the night.
Probably one too many fastballs that time, as after fighting off the last couple, he finds one he likes and drives it for a base hit.
Ronnie Paulino will stand in. A base hit his first time around.
Let's turn two.
And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike one. And there's ball one. Here's the 1-1. 2-1.
And when you need a double play ball, I don't see the logic of working this guy up in the zone.
And a 2-1 slider is looked at for a called strike two.
And already we're seeing a lot of deep counts early in the ball game. These can really start to pile up if you're not careful.
No one past it.
And ring him up. Strike three called on the fastball, and there are two gone.
And let's check this out in show motion. He didn't like this call. Does he have a case? It looks like he probably does. But with two strikes, that's way too close to take.
Wes Helms will stand in, an RBI single in his first appearance.
All right, let's go.
And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0.
And I'll tell you, when he's missed, he's barely missed. Everything's been around the strike zone.
Swung on and missed. 1-1.
And now if you can get this guy here, you'll be in a position where you'll have the pitcher leading off in the top of the fifth.
And there's ball two now.
And this is definitely the guy to go after because you'd love to make the pitcher be forced to start things off in the fifth.
A runner on first with two away. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And watch this release point in slow motion. He knows right away that this pitch took off on him. And you can just see him out there saying, "Look out," as the pitch is coming in.
Jared Weaver will try it again. He flew out his first time. Action in that Milwaukee bullpen now as a left-hander started to throw out there. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes.
Pace starting to pick up a bit in that bullpen.
And I was about to call this a strike, but apparently not. It's 2-0.
On the mound, he's got to be thinking, this is no time for that strike zone to start getting smaller. I need that strike.
Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1.
That's a little more like it.
Hung that one out there a bit, but it's a called strike. 2-2.
A pitch away now from getting out of this little pickle he's worked himself into.
And this is swung on and bounced up the center of the diamond. And that's past the diving infielder for a base hit. The throw to the plate. And the run will score from second here as this is now a 3-0 game.
And this may be one of those situations where you say, be careful of what you wish for, as the pitcher's able to drive in the 2-out run.
Johnny Damon will try again here. He doubled to kick off the ball game and later came around to score the game's first run. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. And a waste pitch there, 1-2.
And being down 3-0's bad enough. He cannot let this get to 4 or even 5.
He's ready. Now the pitch. Fouled back. And a good eye there by Damon. Back even at 2-2.
And you can just kind of tell he's still frustrated after giving up a 2-out RBI to the pitcher.
And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2. And now he turns on a fastball here and sends it to fairly deep right field. Inglet has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Marlins 3 and the Brewers nothing. A look at the National League scoreboard as we get the latest on what's happening in the senior circuit. Prince Fielder will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. Now the first pitch. In there, strike 1.
Tough guy to face here to start this inning.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Line down the left field line, but this is going to get foul. Now here's the pitch. And now a swing and a miss by the young Prince, and Fielder's gone for the first out.
I don't know whether his stuff is that deceptive or these guys are just that undisciplined up there, but he's going through them like they're Swiss cheese.
Ryan Braun will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Ball one.
Trying to lock him up there with a fastball. That's a good spot to miss.
Good job, Ryan. Shoot it.
One out, nobody on. Big swing and a miss at the changeup, a ball and a strike.
And he is just in complete control out there.
One and two now.
And from what I've seen so far, these guys are going to have a lot of trouble scoring tonight.
Here it comes. And he fights this one off to stay alive.
That ball's foul.
And a swing and a ball hit foul heading for the seats. So another foul ball here, and it remains 1-2. And this is swung on and missed on a good pitch, and Braun is gone for out number 2.
Just not putting the bat on the ball right now. Already 5 strikeouts here through the first 3 2/3.
Greg Zahn will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time. Curveball just misses apparently, 1-0.
And now at the plate, you got to do something to get this guy out of the role he's been on.
In there, 1-1.
And you can tell he's really in his zone out there now.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. 1-1 on the way. Here's a ground ball to first. And Cantu will take this one to the bag by himself, and that ends the inning. So a good inning there for Jared Weaver as he holds on to a 3-0 lead. Chris Coughlin will step in to get things started for the Marlins. He'll be followed by the dangerous Hanley Ramirez on deck.
Let's get something started here.
Too high, 1-0.
And he's looking for his first hit of the game to try to push his hitting streak up to 5 games.
Go, guys.
Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. Now some movement out in the Milwaukee bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander have begun to stretch it out. Taken, called strike 2 on the inside part of the plate. 1-2 now. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. Now another pitch is hit foul and headed for the seats, so the count will stay put at 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
And here's a look at his pitches by inning so far. He's at 84 total for the game, so they're getting near the point where they'll need to start keeping tabs on him.
Leadoff man gone, so they'll work against the shortstop, Hanley Ramirez.
Shut him down now. Shut him down.
And here's a fastball called for strike one.
And you always want to get that first pitch strike in there when you've got to face a dangerous hitter like this.
Now here it comes. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
Going a little more with the breaking ball here as he goes along. We didn't see it as much the first few times through.
3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Changed up on him here, but this is lined into left field for a base hit.
Well, they pulled the string on the changeup that time, but he would have no part of it as he just waits and nets himself a base hit.
Dan Uggla steps in now. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. There to take it is Escobar, 2 away now.
When you've got a pitcher who's tiring before your eyes, the worst thing you can do is go out and get yourself out on one pitch. But that's what he managed to do there.
Cody Ross will bat now. He popped out in foul ground last time. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Yeah, trying to get him to reach for one, but he held back.
And he misses again, 2-0.
And they haven't tried running on this catcher yet through the first 4 innings. We'll see if that changes.
Pretty good swing that time as he gets a lot of this one high and deep to center field. Garrett will get under it, though, and he puts it away to retire the side. Marlins leave 1. They lead it 3-0. Craig Counsell will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. First pitch coming. And this is near the line, but foul wide of first. One and one.
And he's just 2 over the minimum here in this 5th inning of work, so they've yet to get a sustained rally going against him.
Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Here's a swing and a ball hit into the air to left center and shallow. Coughlin comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 1. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Jody Garrett will dig in. He singled his first time around. And here's the first pitch. Ball 1.
And I can guarantee these guys would love to get a little spark here from the bottom of the order.
And this is swung on and grounded to Ramirez at short. Throw on to first, and Weaver's really got it working here. There are 2 gone. And so after getting the ground ball with the fastball on that last pitch, that'll segue perfectly to our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And both guys topping out so far in the low 90s, 93 for one guy, 91 for the other. Joe Inglet will dig in. He popped out his first time. And this pitch is popped straight up, right around the home plate area. And he'll reach over his head to make the play. And a sparkling play it was to end the inning. So 5 shutout innings for him thus far. 5 innings complete. It's the Marlins 3 and the Brewers nothing. A new pitcher coming on now, the workhorse right-hander Todd Coffey. Jorge Cantu will be the batter. A couple of singles to his credit thus far. Lays off 1-0. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Now a swing and a ball hit high and deep down the line in left. And this ball is a home run. So a solo shot for Jorge Cantu. 19th home run for him on the season, and the Marlins open it up now 4-0.
Yeah, you hate to give up another run here on the solo shot, but it's not going to matter much unless your offense can do something when it's their turn. And to this point, they've done just about nothing.
Ronnie Paulino will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Now a foul tip at the plate, and you could hear that one ring off the catcher's mask from up here. It's 0-1. Slider taken here, 1 ball, 1 strike. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Bases are empty here, nobody out. And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. He'll try again, 1-2. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
I always thought you could tell a lot about a pitcher the way he responds to the next hitter after a home run. Some guys get that glazed over look to him, but you could see he'd kept his focus and his composure.
Wes Helms will get another shot, hit by a pitch his last time. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Now ball hit toward third, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Now the 1-1. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. The 2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed, 2-2.
And he's going to need to crank that swing up another notch if he's going to catch up to those.
And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now, 3-2.
And he might walk a guy or two, but it's not because he's intimidated. He'll come right at you.
And he takes ball 4, so a good job of running the count full and then coaxing out the pass.
And boy, those last few pitches there were nowhere close to the strike zone. When you've got 2 strikes on a guy, you've got a little more margin for error, but not that much.
Jared Weaver will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. And they elect to have the pitcher bunt with 1 gone as he puts this one down. And they'll put the tag on him going to first, but the sacrifice is successful.
Good execution there as the sacrifice works that time. Now let's see if they can make it pay off.
Johnny Damon will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Fastball off the plate away for ball 1.
And a base hit here could get him to RBI number 50 on the year.
Fastball in the dirt, and that's going to get away. And over to third now is the runner.
Might have been paying too much attention to the runner there as he moves up 90 feet with 2 gone.
Now the 2-0. And he lays off a pitch just below the knees. It's 3-0.
And now that strike zone's starting to dance around on him a bit.
And he finally gets this one over for strike 1.
And you knew he'd be taken because he just wants to get on base and do his damage from there.
Here's a swing and a ball hit into the air to left center and shallow. And Braun will make the catch, and the inning is over. But the Marlins tack on one more courtesy of a solo home run. On to the bottom of the sixth. It's now a 4-0 Florida lead. Matt Trainer is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
In trailing by 4 runs here in the 6th, you really need to pick up the pace offensively.
And that's in there as well, 0-2 now.
And he's in that mindset now where he can do just about anything he wants to.
Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. And now here's the ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. Therefore, it is Damon as he takes it for out number 1.
Gunning for victory number 12 in the season, it looks like he's on cruise control right now.
Alcides Escobar will stand in. Called out on strikes his last time. Now here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
Boy, he's just sailing along now.
Swing and a ball hit foul as this will find the seats in right. And now here's a ball grounded foul over toward third. Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
Wow, and you can bet he was saving that pitch. Good job to lay off.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
And on the mound, he's probably thinking, man, those have been some pretty close pitches. How's he laying off of those?
Two pitch on the way. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
From 0-2 to 3-2, he is really making him work out there.
Now a ball lined toward center field. And this will get on by Ramirez for a base hit.
And they finally reach him for another base runner here as that snaps a string of 11 straight men that he'd sat down until now.
Casey McGee will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. this is taken for a ball low, I guess, but I think Old Blue might need an eye exam. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and I think the home plate umpire just flat missed that one.
Now a throw over. Has to dive, but he's back. Fastball again, but this one's by him for strike one.
And this is the section of the lineup that really needs to start doing something here.
Runner's going. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
Yeah, better throw might have had him, but you can see this is a bit high, and he winds up taking second base with ease.
And fastball blew it right by him, and there are two down.
At least make some contact.
And that's the problem with the changeup. Once it gets in your head, it makes that fastball about 5 miles an hour faster. And I mean, this is not an incredible heater, but it more than gets the job done.
Prince Fielder will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. Now the first pitch. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And the run is in from second as they're on the board for the first time, 4-1 now.
And it has certainly been a struggle so far tonight as these guys just haven't mounted much offense at all. But they're finally able to get on the board here following the RBI single.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that'll bring in the former Rookie of the Year, left fielder Ryan Braun. First pitch is a fastball inside, 1-0.
And now that the shutout's officially off the table, you got to make sure your focus is still there.
For on the waiting, the 1-0. And he takes a cold strike one.
Good action on that two-seam fastball. That started off the plate and moved all the way over.
Looks like a left-hander up and throwing now in that Marlins bullpen. And Braun's able to resist. The count moves in his favor, 2-1 now.
And this is a good time in the ball game to be selective. Go ahead and run that pitch count up a bit.
Now the 2-1 pitch. There's the drive high in the air and deep to left center field. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. And a relay to the plate. And Paulino can't get the tag down fast enough. He's in there at the plate.
You can see the pitching coach heading for the mound. He's probably pumping him up a little, saying, "Hey, look, you're pitching your tail off. Don't get down on yourself. You can get out of this. Come on, let's go."
Greg Zahn will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. first pitch to him. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0.
And he has really hit a rough patch here in the 6th inning. He needs to turn this around quick or he will not be long for this ball game.
And this is hit to the right side, but it'll wind up foul down the line at first. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
And I don't think the focus is as sharp as it was earlier. That could be a byproduct of this long inning.
And this one is over, and he works the count back to 2-2. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
And he does have the base open, so he doesn't have to give in on 3-2.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 7th inning coming up. Florida's out in front, 4-2. And since we've already seen what's going on in the National League, let's check out the AL action now on our out-of-town scoreboard. Claudio Vargas will come in and pitch now. Chris Coghlan will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7. First pitch fastball swung on and missed, 0-1.
Just overmatched him there.
And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
And one thing you certainly don't want to do is put a guy on base with your 3, 4, and 5 guys coming up.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Love a punch out right out of the gate. And this is a guy that'll strike out a bit too.
Now the pitch. Now a swing and a ball grounded foul off to the right side. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And these last few pitches have all been down, which is not a bad idea against a guy like this.
Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full, 3-2.
Well, he's determined to get him to chase that slider sooner or later.
Come on now, let's go.
And he is down on strikes again, so get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game. A shot here from above showing, well, let's call it an empty seat or two. Matt Vasgersian, Dave Campbell, Rex Hudler with the call here in this one. Hanley Ramirez will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. And oh, look out as he has to hop out of the way of the fastball there.
And sometimes you got to do this to keep that guy off the plate.
And this is near the line, but foul wide of first. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Outside, 2-1.
And he'll sling that thing across the strike zone, but he can't nip the corner.
All right, guys.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he lays off again, ball 3.
And you got the big thunder coming next, so you don't want to lose this guy.
And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Yeah, pretty likely he's going to have the green light here.
Dan Uggla will try again. 0 for 3 with a strikeout thus far. Here's the first offering. And they pitch out, but no movement from Ramirez.
Boy, and now the wheels are really starting to turn here.
Swinging a liner back through the box. And oh, that caught him flush as it ricochets toward first. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
So you think you want to be a pitcher? Look at the shot he takes here in show motion. Oh, and he's going to stay in the game after that? He's a gamer.
Cody Ross will step in with a big opportunity to get that insurance run home from second. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
And now on the mound, you need to keep this a 2-run game, so that means don't let him get that run in from second.
And a fastball swung on and hit in the air to left. Braun is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. So they pick up no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. 7th inning stretch time upcoming here in Wisconsin. The Marlins lead this one 4-2. Craig Counsell will step in now to lead off the home half of the 7th. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1.
And even though he's spinning a gem, he's still going to need to avoid that home run ball, so location is still going to be important.
Here's the pitch. And the fastball is lined And into right field for a leadoff single. The relay, and he is safe at second base as he legs out a double.
Yeah, these guys needed something to get this home crowd into the ballgame, and they might have done it right there. Now you've got to build on this and not let another scoring opportunity pass you by.
Jody Garrett will step in as the possible tying run, but just a single here could make this a one-run game. Fastball in there for a called strike. Set, now the pitch. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Swing and a liner. A runner at second, nobody out. Too low with a fastball there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Softly to the right side. Should get the runner to third. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Just does manage to fight this one off as it's fouled away. And the fastball easy to lay off that time, 2-2. And this is heading out toward left field, but this is going to get fouled up into the crowd. And a good swing there as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. Ready with another 2-2. And this ball's pulled on the ground down the line to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third.
Oh, and he had to throw a lot of pitches to get him out there. And when you've already thrown a lot of pitches in a ball game, that can really take a lot out of you.
Joe Inglet will stand in as the possible tying run, but first to be looking to get that runner in from third. Here's the first pitch. And he starts him out with one high and tight, ball 1.
Gotta at least be thinking sac fly here if you're at the plate.
And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, good crossfire action on the fastball there.
In there, 1-2 now.
Whew, another good pitch there. I'm not sure he's throwing a bad slider tonight.
belt, kicks and deals. And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Well, when you're losing, at this point, I think you'll trade a bruise for a base. They need all the help they can get.
Here comes Marlins skipper Freddie Gonzalez on his way to the mound. And it looks like that's going to do it for Jared Weaver. So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left to board, but he cannot lose this one. New pitcher set to come on here as Corey Wade makes his way toward the mound. So we've got runners at the corners here, 1 away, and standing in the speedy Carlos Gomez. And he misses inside with that one, ball 1.
And for Milwaukee, this is the spot where you really need that one key hit.
The next pitch. And he couldn't get his hands through there, and it's 1-1.
And this is where a reliever really wants to pick up his starter. Give him a chance to be the winner.
And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2.
And he's working hard from the neck up right now.
Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
If you're going to try to get that guy to fish for a curveball down there, you better make sure you can keep it in front of you.
And this is hit to the right side, but it'll wind up foul down the line at first. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
And now's a spot where you need to come up with your best pitch on the mound.
Here's the full count offering. And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second.
Boy, he's really digging himself in the hole right here. The last thing you want to do is put the possible go-ahead run on base without even making him swing the bat.
Alcides Escobar will be the batter, and he'll have a great chance to perhaps tie things up here. Swing and a ball grounded foul off to the right side. 1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2.
Looking awfully erratic out there right now.
line, but foul wide of first. Swinging a bouncing ball behind second. A tag for one. The run is in. On to first, but good hustle as he's able to avoid the double play here.
Well, Matty, they're able to put the tag down for one, but that's all they're going to get here.
Casey McGee will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. Ball 1-0.
And these guys better hope his location clears itself up pretty soon.
And he misses low with it, 2-0.
And even though it's just the 7th, the game could very well hang in the balance right here.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
And boy, did he have to have a strike there.
Runner goes. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over.
Looking to move into scoring position with 2 out, but a good throw there nailed him.
So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Marlins 4 and the Brewers 3. New pitcher to tell you about as the hard-throwing right-hander LaTroy Hawkins takes over. Jorge Cantu will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. Fastball swung on and hit on the ground to third. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Tight game here. 4-3 our score as we take the opportunity to compare the performances turned in by the two starters. Ronnie Paulino will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch coming. And now a swing and a routine fly ball out towards center. Garrett is there, 2 gone.
And you talk about keeping the momentum going. Not only were they able to score in the last half inning, but after 2 pitches and 2 outs here, they're just about right back on offense already.
Wes Helms will stand in. Base on balls his last time. Here's the first pitch to him. And this is hit to the right side, but it'll wind up foul down the line at first. Swing and a ball headed towards the hole. Throw on to fielders in time, and with that, the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Marlins on top, 4-3. And now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Brian Sanchez is on now to make a record-setting appearance. Break out the ice packs at home, as this will be his 107th appearance of the season, breaking the Major League record. Casey McGee will try again, 0 for 3 with a strikeout thus far. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. And, oh, you talk about getting a pitcher's call. There's one there, and it's 0-2.
And that strike zone's starting to expand a bit here in the late going.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and in the 8th inning of a one-run game, it's always important to get that first out. Doesn't hurt that it was a strikeout either.
Prince Fielder will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. The pitch. Fastball bounces up to the plate, and it's taken for a ball.
And remember, he extended that hitting streak of his already, so he doesn't have that weight hanging over his head.
And that's in there for his strike 1-1.
And this has been a well-played ball game. No errors on either side.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
And this is the time of the game where this part of the lineup really needs to come through.
Fielder waits, the 2-1. At the knees for a called strike, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Yeah, he just drops that splitty right in there.
Doesn't chase after the splitter, and he works it back to a full count.
And that's dangerous there. If you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate away, not on the inside half where the guy can turn on it.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
And this bullpen is picking right up where their starter left off. This has been a real team effort on the mound so far.
Ryan Braun will dig in. He doubled homer run last time around. First pitch coming. And this is low, ball 1.
And he's not going to swing at borderline pitches. He knows what his assignment is.
Swinging a ball chopped foul to the left side. And this is taken for a ball. Looked pretty good, but it's 2-1 now.
Boy, that looked pretty good. You hate to give this guy extra strikes to work with.
strike, 2 called, and it's even at 2.
And if he can get through this last guy here, he'd qualify for a hold and have it set up perfectly for the closer in the ninth.
Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. Gone in order are the Brewers. They still trail it here 4-3. Pitching change coming up as the hard-throwing Jesus Colome takes over on the hill. John Baker will get us started as they look for a little insurance here in the top of the ninth. Ninth inning underway as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
And this is the 5th pitcher they've used in the ball game, so that bullpen's getting awfully lonely down there.
Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
He was summoned out of the bullpen fairly quickly here. It looks to me like he may not be fully warmed up yet.
Is a fastball, not close. He's behind 3-0 now.
And in just a one-run game, you really need to avoid the leadoff walk if you can.
Three and one.
And he's just waiting until he gets a strike. Not a bad decision to start an inning.
And on the 3-1 pitch, this is sent the other way to third. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway. Johnny Damon will step in, 1 for 4 in the ballgame. Fastball, and that ran in on him as he had to limbo out of the way that time.
Ooh, he almost kneecapped him there.
One out, nobody on. Here's the 1-0. Ball 2.
And just eyeballing it from up here, he doesn't have the look of a guy that's totally warm yet.
And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. And Damon watches one that misses for a ball, 3-1.
And this is a guy that rarely gets himself out, so good luck trying to outthink him on the mound.
And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Well, it didn't look to me like they wanted to give him anything to hit here.
Chris Coughlin will try and erase his 0 for 4 in the ballgame. And that misses for ball 1.
Boy, and they would love a double play ball right here.
Runner goes for second. Now a swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. A dive, but it's by him for a base hit. And he'll make it over to third base safely, so that puts runners at the corners with only one gone.
Well, with a runner on the move there, that's just a great job of hitting to find the hole there. That runner will just pick up his base coach and wrap all the way around to third.
Hanley Ramirez will step in, 1 for 2 with a walk thus far. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
And this is a big chance to break open what's been a tight game to this point, and they've finally got the right guy at the plate to do it, too.
He waits, now the pitch. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Man, in an important spot like this, you've got to be able to get off a better swing than that.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Swing and a broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. The tag, and he is out at the plate.
Taking a real chance trying to score here, and it winds up not panning out for him as the batter holds safely at first.
Big spot here. First and second, 2 men gone, and that'll bring in the powerful second baseman, Dan Uggla. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1.
Boy, it feels like no one sat down since about the 7th inning.
Now a fastball popped high in the air over toward the right side of the infield. Escobar is there, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Marlins 4 and the Brewers 3. On to try and close this one down is the veteran right-hander Leo Nunez. Greg Zahn will have another go. He struck out looking his last time. Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0.
And these guys could really use a leadoff base runner here.
And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
Not exactly what you want when you're trying to close out a ball game. He just can't find the strike zone yet.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. And there's the first strike, 2-1.
And he was probably just taken till he got a strike there. Against a guy that just came in, not a bad idea.
Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
And with a potential tying run at the plate, you can't give up a leadoff walk here.
And he's taking here and looks at strike 2 right down the middle.
And they've thrown him 5 pitches so far in this at-bat, yet he hasn't found one he's liked yet.
Full count offering on its way. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Well, and that's how blowing saves get started. You come in to close it out and immediately walk the first guy you face. That is not a good omen.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Craig Counsell will step in with the tying run on first, so he's got to concentrate and work on getting on base here. And they'll play for the tie here as he puts this one down. Throw goes to first here, so it works just as they drew it up, and now the possible tying run is in scoring position at second. Jody Garrett will work now on getting that tying run home from second. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw to first will take care of him, and the Brewers are now down to their final out.
Good contact that time, but the trick is you got to hit them where they ain't.
Joe Inglet will get a chance to tie this thing up here as that equalizer is just 90 feet away. Dirt, but handled quickly behind the plate, and that'll keep the runner at third. And he will make it back to third safely, as he didn't have much of a chance at advancing that time. The 1-0 pitch. Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1.
And that outfield has come way in here, as they can't afford to give up a shallow single here.
Change-up just off the black, and it's 2-1.
And you can see the more stressed he gets out there, the tighter he grips that baseball.
Fouled straight back. High, ball 3.
No, on 3 and 2, you gotta go with your strength.
Swinging a hard hit ball back up the middle, and it's a base hit, and we are tied here in the 9th.
Boy, and that kind of at bat can really define your season. They've got their backs to the wall here in the 9th, but he comes through with a huge base hit to tie up this game.
So a new pitcher will come on now as we see the right-hander Jose Veras take over. George Kataris will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. And he takes ball 1.
And if you ever want to make someone a fan of baseball, give them a tape of this game. We've had it all tonight.
Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
And I'll tell you what, not one person has left this ballpark.
The 2-0 pitch is a fastball low, and it's 3-0 now.
And the folks here have been treated to quite a ball game so far.
And that misses, ball 4. So now the potential winning run moves into scoring position where a single could end this thing.
And on a base hit, I'd expect them to challenge these outfielders if they get the opportunity.
Alcides Escobar will step in, 1 for 4 in the ballgame. Right there for strike 1.
Now you just got to work through this on the mound and try to get to extras.
Now ball hit toward third, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Fastball, and he has to bend out of the way of that one.
Some anxious moments in that dugout now.
And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. So this game will not end here in the bottom of the ninth as they push across the equalizer, and we're right back where we started from. 9 can't decide a winner. We'll move ahead to the 10th, and we are tied 4-4. Ricky Weeks will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out. New pitcher taking over now, and it's the left-hander out of Kentucky. Scott Downs gets the call. Cody Ross will lead it off here in the top of inning number 10.
Your attention, please. This change defensively for the Brewers. Now catching number 23, Ricky Weeks.
And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1.
And he's just 1 for 8 at the plate here in the series, so he needs to turn things around.
And a foul ball straight back. And a good curveball gets him swinging for out number 1.
Always good to get that first guy out to begin the extra frames. You want to get right back in that dugout as quickly as possible to keep momentum.
Jorge Cantu will stand in now. 3 hits, including a homer for him in this one. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
And the one good thing about extra inning games, I get to work more with Soup. You're my idol.
And he lays off for ball 1.
And remember, the pitcher spot is hitting 7th now, so he comes next.
One and 1 pitch home to Cantu. Too high there and maybe a bit outside as well. 2-1.
And they could certainly use another home run out of him right here.
Ball 3.
And if managers hate walks in the first 9 innings, they really hate them in the extra frames.
Now a ball lined hard toward right center. Inglet is over to his right as he puts this one away, 2 down.
And this is exactly what you want. A quick inning here in the top of the 10th. You want to get right back to hacking so you can shift the pressure into the other dugout.
Emilio Bonifacio will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Down and in here, 1 ball, no strikes.
And this is a guy that loves the moment on the mound. He lives for this.
And this pitch will miss low, apparently. Okay, it's 2-0.
And long about now, he's got to understand he's not going to get that call.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The 2-0. Lays off, and it's 3-0.
And if this winds up going to the 11th, you probably have to think he'll be back out there.
Comes with a slider, 3-0, but gets it over for strike 1.
Doing the smart thing, taking all the way.
And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
You've heard the old saying, a walk is as good as a hit, and it's definitely true when it's a go-ahead run late in the game.
Wes Helms will stride in, grounded out his last time through. And that misses inside, 1-0.
Yeah, with 2 outs, you got to get a good lead at first so you can score that go-ahead run on a ball in the gap.
And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
And now here's where you really need to make that 2-out walk pay off.
Now a ball swung on and hit high in the air and deep to left center field. This ball has a chance, and that ball is gone! Home run! So a 2-run shot to left center, number 14 on the season, and it's now 6-4.
Well, Matt, this might be our play of the game. He got a pitch he could do some damage with and powered it over the wall to give his club the lead here in extra innings.
So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here. John Baker will dig in, 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch on the way. Swung on and rolled towards first. And how about that for a situational lefty? He gets out of it with 1 pitch and the inning is over. So 2 runs on 1 hit, and the 1 hit was a big one, the home run. So now we'll see if these guys can get even in the bottom of inning number 10. Florida's out in front, 6-4. New pitcher set to take over now, and it'll be the 6'6" lefty Matt Thornton that's called upon. Casey McGee will lead it off now in the home half of inning number 10. On the ground down the first base line. Dive, but it's just past his outstretched glove for a base hit. And he's out trying to stretch it into a double, so a costly mistake here leading off the inning.
Well, sometimes there are good times to try for two, and sometimes there are not so good times. And this ball's down the line, so it's going to take a very good throw to get him. Just tip your cap there.
Prince Fielder will step in, 1 for 4 in the ballgame. And that's in there for a strike.
And they've got the right guy at the plate, but at the wrong time. He needs to be hitting with a runner on base somewhere.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a swing as he pulls this one into right. And this will be a base hit for Fielder. And now with the potential for some matchup problems here, you get a look at what remains in the Florida bullpen. Ryan Braun will step in, 1 for 4 in the ballgame. Too low, 1-0.
And these Brewer fans are really starting to make some noise now.
It's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? There's one. On to first, and he rolls the double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Well, he had to come in and shut this one down an inning later than usual, but a good job there of coming in to pick the save up here in the 10th.
And a good offensive performance here, but I think we can agree on naming this fellow right here as our top player of the game.
Matt, he was a tough out up there in this one. 3 hits, including a home run, and without him, this might have been a different game.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Matt Vasgersian, Dave Campbell, Rex Hudler. This has been a presentation of MLB 10 The Show. For more, find us online at MLB10theshow.com. The Marlins win it 6-4. Stay tuned for highlights, and for all of us at the show, good night from Milwaukee.